Hi Cancer, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a weekly tarot reading for the week of October 5th to the 11th. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments, so head on down below and do just that. And while you're down there, don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. You'll see all the information you need in the description box below. Now, on a more important note, I meditated on your overall energy for the week, and the message that came through was no need to force it. No need to force it. So let's get started by pulling a message or two from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. What do we have for Cancer to begin this weekly read? Thank you, Spirit, for our lovely Cancers. First off, single-mindedness. Choose your own path and what is best suited to you. First off, I feel like you've been feeling more balanced recently. Just a feeling. But with this card, I feel like you're being encouraged and encouraged moving forward to figure out what your own path is, figure out what you want to achieve in this lifetime. It feels like you have a lot of outside opinions coming in, and, you know, keep an open ear, of course, but at the end of the day, take those opinions in, but decide for yourself. You may feel like you need to take a step back in order to reevaluate and clear your thoughts so you can decide what you really want out of life, what your ideal path is. And then we have resilience. There's no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience to handle what is happening. Not a surprise that this card came out giving the overall message of no need to force it. It's telling you don't need to push or rush anything, whether it's an outcome of a situation, reaching the finish line of a situation, completing something, completing or reaching a specific goal of yours, reaching the next chapter of your life, or whatever it is for you. There's no need to force it, no need to push it, no need to rush. Remember, everything happens when it's meant to. Divine timing, my friend. So let's continue on to pull 7 tarot cards for the week, one for each of the upcoming days. Let's do some shuffling. One more shuffle. All righty, my friends. So what do we have for Cancer Spirit to continue this weekly read? Alrighty, keep them coming for Cancer. Bear with me as I place the cards. Keep them coming for our lovely Cancers. And they're telling me just pull the last 2. All right, my friends, it feels like it might be a bit of an emotional week. We have the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which I call the anxious card. So don't be surprised if you get some anxiety here and there popping up this week. All right, so to start off, we have the 9 of Wands on Monday. The week begins, and I feel like you just either carry the previous week or weeks with you, or you just feel like you have a lot on your plate, a lot on your shoulders. It may feel like somebody or a situation is putting a lot of pressure on you to figure out what you want to do with your life, or to complete a project or a goal. And again, you got to remember at the end of the day, especially this week, there's no need to force things, no need to push things. it'll happen when it's meant to. And regardless of the pressure that's coming in, you know, down on your shoulders, or at least it feels like it. It's a day where you may feel at the end you should implement some sort of self-care to make yourself feel better, kind of get yourself feeling less like a wounded warrior. And then the Ace of Cups for Tuesday. Tuesday feels like a day where something will pop up or something will happen where you just sort of reappreciate what you have. Something makes you feel abundant. It sort of takes you out of this wounded warrior mindset, or at the very least you were able to get rid of that on Monday. And then Tuesday, you wake up with a fresh mindset, an abundant mindset. You seem to recognize and appreciate what you do have. It feels like your cup is overflowing, at least on this day. And then we have the Judgment card for Wednesday. Wednesday feels like a day of revelations and realizations about yourself as an individual, maybe about your situation and what you've been working towards. Feels like a day when you get more in touch with your higher self, maybe even your overall purpose, your path. Feels like you sort of get a better grasp or start to think about what is best suited for you. And it's a day where you just kind of, you still have those opinions coming in, but you sort of are able to think about it for yourself. And then the Nine of Swords for Thursday. Something is stressing you out. It feels like you just kind of are putting a lot of pressure on your own shoulders or somebody else's. It might be one of those opinions and pressures coming in from someone close to you or a group of people that's close to you. And it feels like it just leaves you in a spot where you are overwhelmed on Thursday. You may find yourself that night struggling to fall asleep or waking up multiple times that night. And I feel like it's just simply anxiety. Remember, we had the anxious card at the bottom of the deck. But it feels like it's because you kind of go in and out of this mindset throughout the week of, okay, I feel like I need to force this. Okay, I don't need to. I'm abundant. Things will happen when they're meant to. Okay, I'm going to get in touch with my higher self. I'm having these realizations. Or I need to force it again. You know what I mean? You just need to kind of get back to plateauing. Get back to feeling content with where things are and where they're heading, and not try to rush the process. And then the Hermit card for Friday, which is aligned with the Nine of Wands. I feel like all of which that you've dealt with, all the mental stress and pressure that you feel like is on your shoulders at this time moving forward, is leaving you feeling like, I just need to separate myself. And part of you just wants to step back and get away from those opinions and outside noises and pressures and just kind of clear your mind and figure out more so what you want to do, or just at least regain this clarity and simplicity moving forward. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like anybody in your shoes with what's going on this week and the previous weeks would do the same thing in their right mind, I would think. And then the Three of Pentacles for Saturday. Something happens, or, you know, an event happens, or you simply go through your day on Saturday, and people just sort of notice you. It's like when you do what's right for you, when you take a step back and you get some clarity and allow yourself to relax in your own energy, and you get a grasp on, or start to get a grasp on what you want out of life, people start to notice you. Interesting how that works. It's like you almost might feel like you're on a bit of a pedestal throughout the day, because people are starting to realize and notice you working hard, doing what's right for you, figuring things out for yourself. It's good. And they have the Seven of Swords for Sunday to wrap up the week. You may be feeling like with all the opinions and excess noises and pressures, you just kind of want to do something for yourself. You may feel like you don't need to tell everybody. You may not want those extra opinions and voices coming in about it. So it might feel like at a certain point, after you make a certain amount of progress, then you'll share with those people. Or maybe not. Do what's right for you. And it's almost like on Friday when you have, or Saturday rather, you have people noticing you, maybe asking questions and kind of curious about your progress and what you're heading towards. And on Sunday, you're just left in a spot where you're like, I kind of want to keep my mouth shut. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's finish off this reading by pulling a message or two from the Find Your Happy deck. What do we have for Cancer to wrap up this weekly read? Thank you, Spirit. There we go. All I desire is on its way to me. Love it. If there's something you desire or change or just a less pressured life, simplistic life, all of which is on its way to you. Whatever you start to head towards, you're down your path. You know, these passions that you're starting to follow or will start to follow will allow for all these blessings to flow in, and you'll be feeling this Ace of Cups energy more consistently. You have to believe it and manifest it, though. Out of difficulties grow new beginnings. I trust the process. It may feel like you go through some difficult times recently, or at the very least during this week, especially when you're feeling like a wounded warrior. But what you go through happens for a reason. You're put through these things. Life throws these situations at you for a reason, to help you grow, to blossom, to become a stronger, wiser version of you, to prepare you for that next chapter or for your ideal path. So make sure while all is happening, you're trusting the process 1000%. So on that note, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your situation. And while you're down there, don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. And I hope you have the most amazing week. And I will see you next time. Bye, Cancer.